Hi, friends. It's Kalencia with Realty One Group. Today, I am being joined by Geoffrey Nail. He is an investment advisor here in Phoenix, but don't fret, my friends that are in our neighboring states. He can also help you in, Texas, California, Maryland, Michigan. So if you are in another state and you would like to connect with Geoffrey, feel free to reach out as he can very well probably be able to help you. So Geoffrey, thank you so much for joining me today. I have to let you guys know, Geoffrey is so passionate about our community and so immersed. It's Boys and Girls Club, right? Is it? Or no, Big Brother.
Yeah, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, yeah.
Big Brother, Big Sister, just all that you have done, I've watched you do over the last year, just really touches my heart. You're such a rare and unique soul, and I want you to know that me, and I speak for the rest of Arizona and all the lives that you are touching, we really appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. I just try to do my best to earn my keep, so to speak.
Well, you are valued and loved. We appreciate you. Oh, so sorry for that chime. Okay, so Geoffrey, I really wanted to talk to you about insurances and having things in place for the what if. We have sat very comfortably in this country for some time, and our foundation has recently been shooken up quite a bit. And this is what those insurances are for. And so as we were talking earlier, I have peace of mind knowing that if my head rests cold tomorrow, that my family is taken care of. And we work so hard to build these things to pass on, to our loved ones. And we just never know when our time may come, not to make this a heavy conversation, but we do want to be prepared. And so I thought, let's talk to Geoffrey and have him help the community in this way to be prepared, right?
Absolutely. I mean, this is a moment where the levity of, the what ifs kind of comes to fruition. Fortunately and unfortunately, there are some people who learn tough lessons in situations like this of things that we can do to better prepare ourselves and have additional peace of mind to be able to weather the storm, so to speak. It doesn't necessarily have to be a worldwide event, but as seen during these worldwide events, a lot of things hit close to home and change your whole situation, for lack of better words, in terms of really shining a light on some of the things that we need to be thinking about on a daily basis.
Right, absolutely. I think we've even talked about, there are things that we can have in place for like a disability, short-term disability, loss of income. And then as I spoke to, a little bit more long-term, actually exiting and going on to the next chapter altogether. But so many of us don't have, and it's unfortunate. I know that a lot of us are check to check, but like myself, I don't go to Starbucks unless I'm meeting with a client. I do French press. Do you know that can of coffee costs me $8-9, and it will last me almost a full month, opposed to $5 per cup. Some people are 2 cups a day. Multiply that times 30 times how many ever months in the 12 in the year.
Yeah, for sure. And I always like that analogy of the latte effect, just to begin to get the brain flowing. Because and how I approach, individuals' finances, I use that often to just get the wheels turning. But if we think about even bigger ticket items, in terms of, grooming and things, getting your haircut or a manicure or whatever the case may be, that cost however often it is, once a week, once a month, bi-weekly, whatever that is. And then you put that into perspective over the course of 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years, however long, And that kind of even puts it into perspective, even bigger than, $5, every day.
Right, right. We have it. The point is thinking more long term, not immediate gratification. You know, getting your nails done. And yes, my nails are natural. Getting your nails done. No, not to that, but every other week, like you said, that's a $30 minimum. Most people spend 60.
Yeah.
It's a big chunk of change that could be there again, as a piece of security for you. So yeah, we just wanted you to start thinking that it is actually within reach, even if your budget is very minimum.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, it's not necessarily, permanent sacrifices, but even if you begin like some temporary sacrifices with the expectation of getting back to, our luxuries or desires, 6 months, a year of, figuring out how to do things a little bit differently. At one point before Mother Nature took my hair, I started, cutting my own hair, I do a lot of things in that same vein myself, and learn how to, cut corners that I can, benefit from exponentially.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, I have partnered with many families over the years and worked with a wide range of budgets. And it always is very interesting, again, when I see a family that's a little bit more intentful with their spending. They may not make as much, but because they're so intentful with their spending and cutting out unnecessary things, their purchasing power is a lot stronger, opposed to even a very high income, but they are maxing it out and living quite beyond or maxing out the means, and the budget is smaller. So it's not what you make, it's what you do with it. So
Yeah, yeah, and honestly, that's a great point, because like I'm a strong believer that if you begin to put as much respect on our expenses, our household expenses, and really make sure that those are efficient, I I believe that you can save on any budget,
yeah.
on any income level. A lot of times we just lose sight of that because our expenses get so high, because like by looking at television and listening to the news and other people around us, we begin spending money before we actually know how to earn money. And by the time we earn money, we want to treat ourselves for all the hard work we've done, and we're in a constant like backwards chase of our expenses exceeding our income.
Yes, yes, I agree. That is so, so true. Well, friends, for time's sake, there is just such a wide range, right, of things that you can offer for short-term disability, long-term loss of life. We just want to make sure that you're not the one having any type of GoFundMe account for any emergency, that we're just a little bit more prepared, because if anything, I think this has helped us shift our perspective to be definitely grateful for what we have, but in addition, being a little bit more prepared for the unexpected, right? Right.
Absolutely.
So we are going to have our contact information here for you to reach out. Again, this is Kalencia with Realty One Group, and Geoffrey Nail, our investment advisor. Please feel free to reach out on any platform. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. You can email us, call. We love any type of form of communication, and we're here to answer any questions you may have. See you soon.